right now.
There we go. All right, so we live on YouTube. Hey man, Wise Guys back. I know it's been a long time on top of long times. But we gotta talk about the slap heard around the world, man. This your boy Cliff Notes, and
Love Doctor.
I never get that right. Yeah, so man, we're gonna talk about what's going on from a few different perspectives. Let me know if y'all getting feedback. I can hear a little bit from Facebook. So we want to just talk about this on a few levels, and we'll talk about it from Sammy's perspective of what he sees going on, and I'll kind of talk about from what I see going on, and we'll go from there. So first things first, let's bring you the slap, man. For y'all on YouTube, y'all get the benefit of seeing the video. You got any comments first before we go?
Nah, let's get right into it.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
I go on Facebook. YouTube. First thing is a slap. Damn, Saint the Center put a vote out. He said Will Smith fake slap of Chris Rock. So we gonna get into about that part, but it's funny other people are peeping perspective of one panelist. I ain't gonna say who, but one of us.
Right.
The sound messed up. Okay.
Yeah.
How about now? It's like doubling back.
I think it's because we got two different.
That shouldn't matter. The phone should just take it how it takes it. Let me try to hop off and hop back on Facebook. But yes, appreciate y'all throwing it out on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get to it. We're trying to do a
link is
dual
on
cast.
YouTube too. I don't think you hopped off on. Okay, there you go.
All right, YouTube. So let's put in the Chris Rock.
Is it? Yeah, say it's an echo on Cliff end. He fixing it right
Chris
now.
Rock. All right.
Chat.
Appreciate all y'all being with us, man. A lot of feedback on this side too. Damn.
On my side too.
Thank y'all for tuning. Staying tuned in with your boys, man.
Right.
We're gonna get this right. All right. So Maurice on the YouTube side says everything is okay.
Okay.
All right. How can I get back on the Facebook part? Let me try to click again.
Yeah, just request it again. Find it.
But boys always hating, man. You trying to get some shit going and always hating.
You know how it go. There you go. Hold on.
I did. I requested you. Yep. How's it looking?
You ain't came on yet. It says, oh, hold on.
See if you can request me.
It say can't bring Cliff. You set the audience to public. Anyone can see your live video.
I'm not gonna lie.
As we needs to download the latest version of the Facebook app to join this live video room.
What?
You got the old body style.
Man, I ain't know, man.
Hey man, y'all hold on. Cliff got the old body style.
I ain't. They never said I got to download a new episode, a new app, whatever the fuck they talking about.
He got to update his version. You know what I'm saying?
Damn, man, this is messing the juju up, man.
It is. We can't share the but then we won't see it. We won't see it.
Man, let's just rock, man, and then I wonder if people can hear me on Facebook. God damn it, man.
Yeah, they need to see. They need to
see you. Yeah. Oh, let me see. Thank y'all for YouTube still holding strong, but I want to play the video too. Let me try to. How do I even update the app? How do you do that?
Just go to your updates. Go to Facebook. That's weird. Let me try to invite you.
Shit, I don't know how to go to updates. What the hell is that you mean?
Yeah,
man. You know, I'm a archaic Stone Age Facebooker. Social media. I don't know nothing about this stuff. Thank y'all for still holding.
Yeah, hey, we appreciate y'all holding on. We're trying to get the production.
We definitely didn't expect all this, but we got to build as we fly, man. I've been YouTubing for a minute, so I know I've learned that you can kind of talk through these things.
I could say first Kanye, then just Britney, now Will Smith. Who's next? Russell Wilson.
Russell Wilson gonna tee off on the motherfucker.
Hey man, Russell Wilson was killing me, smacking that gum the other day watching that Stanford game.
That's funny.
Oh my god.
You know what, Russell Wilson? I saw him at Super Bowl week out here.
Mm-hmm.
He's a small guy, man. He's kind of like stout. That's a little dude, man. Russell
Like
Wilson's a
6
little
feet?
dude. Who?
Like 6 foot?
Barely. If
Yeah.
that, I would probably say closer to 5'10".
Oh wow.
You're a little dude, man. You know Michael Irvin little. Barry Sanders little.
Yeah, I know Barry Sanders.
CeeDee Lamb got a little decent size on him. Michael Parsons is
Wait,
got
where
some
you
good
see
size
Barry
on him.
Sanders
At the Super Bowl week when I was covering it a month ago. We was covering the Super Bowl at the LA Convention Center.
Yeah, I know that, but I thought
He
Barry
was in
Sanders
there.
was dead.
Barry Sanders?
I thought he died.
No, dog. Barry Sanders is alive, bro.
Barry Sanders is alive.
Barry Sanders is alive, dog. What the fuck you talking? No, nigga.
Well, I thought Barry Sanders died.
Barry Sanders is healthy as hell. That's why he quit football early.
Wow. Billy say once again, a toxic woman will make you come out of character, bro. Wait till Cliff update his app.
So it's not showing an update. So you can't just
I guess
request
turn
it?
your phone off and turn it back on. See how that works.
Oh Lord. Zuckerberg, you see what you put me through, man, with your
He cut me off a few times earlier. No, I had reception.
come on, man. Anywho, I mean, we can get to the discussion, man, and when we get this.
When it come back on, just add yourself on.
All right, so for the YouTube, patrons, let's go to the video. Can you see the slap her around the world? It's funny, nobody has it says Will Smith punches Chris Rock. Oh my God.
I thought he punched him too.
Did you?
I did. I mean, seeing it the first time from that back angle, it looked like he just straight jabbed.
Got you. Okay.
Yeah.
But if you made the video, you can always change it, the title. So now you just trying to see YouTube get goofy like that, man. It be dudes, man. Just you'll do anything for a view. And
right.
I get it, man. We all out here trying to get views, but I can't rock with that style.
Yeah, can't be hoeing yourself out for views.
You don't ever hold yourself out, man. Stand on your convictions, right, wrong, and different.
Let me share with y'all what we looking at.
All right, so we're gonna review the punch by this one. All right, let's get it. Let me turn my volume up.
Okay.
All right, so here we go. Fair use, goddamn it. Fair use. Oh. So just notice the quick recovery, man. look at Will be tough. No. Keep my wife's name out your mouth. Why would you not stand in his face and say all that? No, everybody been talking about your wife, Will. I'm sorry, dude. Everybody been talking about your wife, big fella.
Right.
Oh, hold on. It's on mute. Let's do it again.
Yeah.
So I want y'all to hear the thud. You know, when you get slapped, it's a smack. It's a pop. And me and Sammy talked about this backstage before. I've been slapped before. Twice in my life. By my mother and by this nigga named Roderick Johnson, Roderick my boy now. But I was talking reckless and he came and slapped me in my face when I was in 9th grade. And Roderick was swole nigga. So I decided to speak in the language of silence, as sinful the people say.
Good business decision. I know, right?
I took my L. I learned my lesson.
Yep. Sometimes you got to do that.
Hey, at the time, right now I stand 6'7", 240 pounds. At the time, I was not that stature. I was about 5'8", 120 pounds, 130, whatever you want to shake that out as. And I understood that it's the level you step to. If you bought that life, you better be ready to deal with it. And I was talking that shit, and I got smacked, and I learned that day.
Yep.
Don't do that shit unless you're ready to throw down. And we're going to talk about that later. Mm-hmm. It was a lesson well learned. That's the thing on this YouTube shit, on my social media. I don't be out here fronting about nothing I do. Mm-hmm. If something happened to me, I'll share. Like I ain't for those brothers who may come over here from the manosphere. When I talk about my story about playing Division I sports, I wasn't a highly recruited guy. I had to kind of make my way to play Division I sports, and I don't I don't think it's a bad thing at all. I just something that
Mm-hmm.
I had to do. Something I had to grow and learn.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, man. All right, so let's do it again with the full audio. Let me see if I can join Sammy's live and we get rocking.
All right.
Oh, wow. You hear the that's not how it fucking sounds getting slapped, man. I'm sorry. Wow. He never breaks frame. He's back centered. That's crazy.
Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me.
I'm sorry, dog. That's just that don't sit right with me, dog.
Out your fucking mouth.
Wow. Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth. The whole world is talking about your wife. Why? Because she made a not Facebook. She has a show talking about her proclivities, talking about her sexual endeavors, nigga. Mm-hmm. Everybody talking about your wife, nigga. It's because her, nigga.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, I'm about to get heated up because I can't stand this fake tough guy shit. I cannot. Go ahead.
No, I'm listening for the rest of the video. You know how I feel about it.
Yeah, so all right, let's keep the video playing. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
It was a G.I. Jane joke.
Keep my wife's
G.I. Jane のジョークだったんです。
fucking mouth.
I'm going to, okay? Okay. That was a greatest night in the history of television.
テレビ史上最高の場面でしょうか。
So we are here to give a documentary out, to give an Oscar out.
Chris Rock low-key look like a woman. No, that kind of look at him close.
Really say Will look like a sassy aunt.
Yeah. All right, so we saw what's going on there. We saw with the Will Smith. Go ahead.
You can get off the live, and I'm gonna keep this pointed towards the screen.
Okay, so we can do a cast. All right,
yeah.
There you go, man.
Yeah.
You're brave, man.
Think a little bit.
All right, so Dipper Bang in the building says it was a tender mushroom tip moment. She must have Braxton do for you. And shout out to Maurice too, hopping on, tells us about the feedback. All right, man, we ready to rock now. So
yeah,
thoughts, concerns. What's your first mind of when you see something like that?
So, well, my first thing is was it authentic or not? You know what I'm saying? Like, was this real? And I apologize, y'all, for having my phone in the thing, but we doing like 2 platforms at one time, so I got to keep it right there. But anyway, I'm just thinking, was this authentic? And then, if it was, like, why? You know what I'm saying? Like, we know the context around, their situation, not as far as Chris Rock and Will Smith goes, but Will and Jada. We know that it's been a lot of talk in the media. We know from the entanglement things to the Tupac stuff to, you know what I'm saying, like all the embarrassing things that could happen in a relationship that's been happening to Will and Jada, caused by, it don't matter who caused it, but we know what's been going on. But I still, at the end of the day, I just don't feel like that's how you handle a situation like that. I feel you always match energy with energy. You know what I'm saying? And what I mean by that is if I'm amped up and ready to fight and somebody is not ready to fight, you don't fight that person. You know what I'm saying? Because at that point, I look at it as bullying because they not trying to match that same energy with you. No matter what they said, if they was talking shit, did they back down? You see them back down, you back off, But the fact that he took that a joke, and no matter, and I see a lot of people talking about it's the alopecia and she's sick and all this type stuff. Cool. I think the joke was in bad taste. But jokes have a lot of truth in them, and that's why they relate to people and why they could be funny. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think you can blame a comedian that's hosting an award show that you sitting in the front of for making a joke about your wife that's a known celebrity. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's been in the news. I would say that's good writing, if anything. But you don't have to like the joke. If you didn't like the joke, you could keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth that you yelled out twice after you slapped him. You should have said that shit before you went and put your hands on that man. You know what I'm saying?
So he know your energy. He know what you own.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? And then it's his choice at that point to further disrespect you because now he knows, he's aware that it's disrespect. You taking it as disrespect. He can further disrespect you, or he can back off and be like, nah, all right, well, that's a bet. I'm gonna chill and move on to the next joke. Like I think a Chris Rock would, you know what I'm saying, if all of this stuff is authentic. So yeah, that's my thoughts on it on the front side of it.
So I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna play it the face value way first. And then I'm gonna go into what I really feel about it. Face value wise, I went live right after this last night before I went out to go karaoke, which I love to do. Anybody know me? I love to go karaoke. Shout out to that spot. Yeah, well, you know, I laid off the Conway Twitty because I'm terrible at it. But
come on, boy,
I like to be good.
Change up, boy.
I like to people say compliment me and not just like, oh, that was all right. I want to be like, yo, that was dope. I can't get that out Conway Twitty, man.
Right.
But shout out to the Falls Lounge out here in Los Angeles. That's why I be posting up there. I ain't gonna tell you what night for you weirdos trying to pull up on me. But
like Will Smith.
Yeah. Keep my name. Dog. No, I'm gonna leave it where it's at.
Yeah.
So on Inception, I look at Will Smith. So if you are incensed about somebody, quote unquote, keeping your wife's name in their mouth, you brought all this shit up. No, I'm sorry. Your wife brought everything she has not acting related to people's retinue or their orbit. You put all this shit out about your life, about how you not that attracted to Will and he don't turn you on like that no more. How Augustine Anderson dude, whatever his name is, you know, came into your life and he basically reinvigorated that little girl spirit in you, right? So all these jokes, you created the atmosphere for the jokes. You've done that, and not only have you done it, you made it public. And you dragged Will Smith on the stage to go and try to do damage control for you, and you made him look like a goddamn fool. And so on some level, I think that was harboring in his mind. So if we're staying surface level with this, let's just say everything for face value is true about what took place. That's Will Smith acting because he know the whole world's been laughing at that nigga for the better part of about a year now, right? Because it's for the doings of your wife. Your wife did that. So you went on the red because let's just say that situation happened. You accepted it for her. Y'all handled that behind closed doors, but you took your monkey ass on her show, right? You went there and you look humiliated. You look like a goddamn fool. Even if it's fake, even if it's doctored up, you still look like a fool to the public consciousness. And I'm gonna tell you, these celebrities are very sensitive, man. They read these blogs, these small YouTube channels, all that shit. Trust me, they look at all this shit. Or their handlers look at it, or not their handlers, but their people look at this shit and they'll send it to them if it's worthy of something, like because they care about what you think. Trust and believe it. They care. So don't come in with this shit where you gonna slap the comedian guy who up there on the Oscars, not even talking about the situation, which is the most embarrassing, which you being a cuck basically, right? So cut this shit out, man. So on surface level, and I'm gonna go past surface, trust me. But if we're gonna deal with this on surface level, like this is hilarious, man.
Yeah,
and hilarious in the sense of like irony, not from funny hilarious. Go ahead, man.
No, I totally agree. I think it's an embarrassing situation for somebody for anybody, but definitely somebody of his stature. You know, like you 53 years old now. You know what I'm saying? And this is what you decide to do when somebody hurts your feelings or your wife's feelings. You want to go up and slap them in front of the whole world. That's why I struggle, like I told you off camera, struggling back and forth with if this was authentic or not, because that shit just don't add up. It don't make sense. You know what I'm saying? Like Will Smith, I've heard him speak, you know, not off camera, but on camera and doing interviews and stuff like that. He's an intelligent guy. You know, he knows what's right and what's wrong. And it does not make sense that he would just I'll dial it back a bit.
Stay surface level first. Say what you were saying about going and putting hands on somebody. Stay there, and then we'll get to that next level.
Deeper, after this. But as far as that goes, putting your hands on people because of any other reason than them putting their hands on you or threatening to do so is just fucking retarded to me. You know what I'm saying? Like it's the most ignorant thing we can do as people, and it's totally emotionally based. And I don't know about you, but all of my emotional decisions that I've made were probably the wrong ones. You know what I'm saying? Like that were just driven by emotion, no logic factored in, just pure emotion. It's always been the wrong decision. You know what I'm saying? If it's dealing with women, if it's dealing with friends, people in the street, it don't matter. You know what I'm saying? Like when I let my emotions get the best of me, it was the wrong decision because that's just not how you move. We always supposed to move with logic and practicality. You know what I'm saying? And for him to be who he is and who he's been all these years to us and to the world and to himself, I don't see why he would get up there and take that action off of that against Chris Rock, little old bitty Chris Rock. You know what I'm saying? And it makes me feel like if it was real, that was some bully shit, which I don't appreciate because he knew that Chris's back was against the wall. He's hosting the show. You walk up to him and slap him, and he's caught off guard, seemingly. He's caught off guard, and what is he supposed to do? You know what I'm saying? Like, first off, he don't, like you said earlier, like you made a business decision against Roger. Like, he seen big ass Will Smith, you know what I'm saying? He know he played Ali, you know what I'm saying? He know he at least got some practice hands. He ain't finna just box him right there. So he kind of stuck, and I feel like Will knew that would happen, and that was some bully shit, and that was some punk shit. And whoever just said Flight Sports TV just said WWE.
Shout out to Flight Sports TV, man.
Yeah, that smack looked exactly like a WWE smack to me. When you play it back, it's like that shit looks so rehearsed. You know what I'm saying? And too perfect. Like the follow through. I slapped a few people in my life. I ain't never slapped somebody like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's just like here with it.
Yeah,
it's like form. It was like form. It was like he was throwing a disc.
right. Yeah, bro. So that's my thoughts on it. I just don't think that I don't think that people should move in that way or in that fashion to where your feelings get hurt and you act out and go assault somebody. The jails are packed with people from doing that very, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then we talk about society and how it is. It's because it is. We okay and champion this type of behavior. We can't do that shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's what has me flustered about the whole situation because I look up and down my timeline and people are perfectly fine to have their own opinions on any and every subject. But at some point, we have to be accountable for that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not here to change the minds of adults, but these same adults have kids, which if they believe this certain ideology, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is the way they move. They passing that shit down. You know what I'm saying? So the future is destined to be the same way because you passing this shit down, the same bullshit down to your kids. Like, hey, I don't care what they talking about. They hurt your feelings. You go slap the shit out of them.
Yeah.
Let's see how long your kid lasts. You know what I'm saying? In this world doing shit like that. Because I know me, if you come up, I don't give a fuck who you are. You come up to me and slap the shit out of me, you're not walking back to your seat. You're going to have to kill me before you get back to that seat. You not, especially on live TV. I don't care if we was in the back in the alley by ourselves. You ain't gonna slap me. But on live TV, man, come on, bro. If it's real and that happened like that, he wasn't supposed to make it. He wasn't supposed to make it back home. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that people think that that's okay and those things that they don't happen, you know what I'm saying, in reality is a problem for me because I know people that have died off of less shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's
stepping on shoes. I know. I'll keep his name out the stream. He went to
Right.
Eisenhower with us. His older brother died for a dude stepping on his shoes at this bar in Third Ward.
I remember that.
You can lose your life over some stupid shit. It's because this stupid ass goddamn mentality runs through our goddamn community.
Bro.
To Sammy's point.
Yeah, and we champion that shit. And I see it all up and down my timeline. I see a bunch of women. If my husband ain't coming to my defense like Will Smith is, then I don't need him. That type shit. I'm like, come on, man. That is
stupid ass up.
That is not. That's
chaotic,
not protection. Man. It's not. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not protection of the black woman. Like, you know, I understand that they need to be protected, but
absolutely,
how we protect you is by not putting you in a situation like that. You know what?
I'm gonna share this real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
So listen, man. With protection comes provision. So that same woman wouldn't want her man to tell her the right way to move, the right thing to do. Because nigga, you can't be saying this and blah blah blah. So it's misconstrued about what protection looks like. Protection comes with provision. It's like, boo, don't put yourself in these kind of positions because it may be a sense I cannot help you, and you are creating your own situation. Patrice O'Neal, the late great Patrice O'Neal, shared a story about him and his woman, Vonnie, I believe his girl name was. So Vonnie, she was one of them popping off chicks, popping off at the mouth. And shout out to Flight Sports again, and shout out to Rod Riley as well. Says a lot of men in the grave are putting hands on people defending their significant other. Absolutely,
Straight up.
And this is going to go straight with the point I'm making. He said one day, Vonnie was just popping off to this white dude, popping off like just talking that shit. And Patrice was like 6'4", 300 pounds. He's a big guy. He saw that he walked away. And when Vonnie saw him walking away, she disengaged with that dude and ran up on him like, why you not backing me up? Why you not? Like, no, you talking that shit. You better be able to deal with the consequences. Because if you can't deal with it, you have no business doing what you're doing in the first place. Mm-hmm. And that's what a lot of people need to take in. If you cannot handle a man bigger than you or a person bigger than you or what have you, you got no business even engaging in it because you're looking for protection from a situation you created. And that's not true protection. That's some simping shit right there, in my view. You want niggas to step in, like Rob just said. People have, man, I've not anecdotally seen, but I've seen stories about this, obviously, about people trying to step in for some random person they don't know and die. I put it this way: I've seen people drown. I've seen this drown, like on YouTube, obviously, but drown trying to help somebody else out that they can't even help out. They can't even swim their damn self. So both of them drown. So you got to factor these things in, man. Like, and I really hate to see shit like this go down. I hate to see the mentality because this mentality breeds, in my opinion, low-level thinking, high failure rate people, to Sammy's point. And I hate to see it because it's so rampant in our community. And so Flight says it's successful because they do this so everyone can talk the next day. And I'm going to get to that, Flight. Boy, you on to some shit. I'm going to get to that.
Yeah. So
Dipper Bang says, sound cool. To them women, Bond versus the lawyer come in the state. Exactly. The women in general know that they're protected by the state. They know they're protected by a lot of things. So they'll say a lot of shit that most of us guys, we know. Again, I tell you, I shared my story. Getting my ass slapped, I knew, okay, if I'm gonna talk to a certain level when a nigga show he ready to go, I know to shut up or be ready to knuckle up. I know that.
You gotta match that energy.
You gotta match that energy. Go ahead, man.
Yeah, no, and to his point, and if y'all look at this as protection, just think about it not as Will Smith, but as me and you. Say, say something about Marty Zenaida, and we just go up and slap shit out of him. He press charges. We in jail. How are we here to protect our woman now? You know what I'm saying? Like, how are we even available to protect them? And now she just at the mercy of whatever comes to her. We're not even here. We're not even present, and we don't look at that shit. We look at it like, you did what you had to do in the moment, not thinking about what was coming after that, what the residual effects would be. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit is reckless as fuck. And people, I think that's what's bothering me about it, because people are looking at the in the moment action versus what will come after that. You see, Will, you see Will, we know if he went to jail, even if Chris Rock was, press charges and he went to jail, he'd be out in an hour. You know what I'm saying? We know that about Will Smith, but we not Will Smith. You know what I'm saying? Like, we go and slap the shit out of somebody and think that nothing is going to happen. Like, grown adult men are not, or women, people are not trying to get slapped. That shit is the most degrading thing besides being spit on. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, that shit is, you can't do that. You just can't do that. If you slap me, you're going to have to kill me, because fuck that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just me as a man. I don't care how big or small I am. You got to kill me, because that's where we at now. You know,
and I'm not even that extreme. But if you slap me, like you gonna get paws put on you. I don't give a shit what the circumstances. You gonna get paws put. You're a lot more fiery than me. Yeah. But I'm just being honest, just from a honest scale. About for you, you go 1 to 100. I'm like 1 to 50. Right. Like 50 is still like, no, nigga.
Yeah.
You about to feel me after that, homeboy. I'm sorry.
Bro.
Go ahead.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I just look at life that way. I think that, I feel like this is how I was always taught. My daddy, he taught me that if somebody is putting their hands on you, it's not because they like you. You know what I'm saying? Like, if they trying to harm you, you have to expect that they trying to kill you, because you can't expect that they mean you well after they trying to go at you.
Yo, look at this comment, and this is indicative of what we talking about right here.
Bro.
I challenge you to a duel. Smack.
Yeah.
Somebody died for that, bro. That shit.
Yes, now somebody has to die. Who's that? Charlie Murphy said that shit. You slap somebody died after that. Bro, but is that real? That's what I'm saying. Like, I know it's barbaric, but is that real? And if somebody is they not putting their hands on you because they care about you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know even, and this is a sidebar, but I remember back then people would say, well, he hit me because he cared about me, because he loved me. Nah. He hit you because he wants to harm you. That's why the fuck he hit you. And if somebody is putting their hands on you, it's because they want to harm you, and you can't expect that they're gonna stop at any rate. So you got to think that they trying to kill you. That's why I'm like, if you put your hands on me, that means you trying to kill me. I got to kill you first. That's why I stay out of shit like that, because I don't know what your intentions are, especially if you're reckless enough to put your hands on somebody you don't fucking know. You know what I'm saying? So that's what bothers me. And I think that too many people in our society don't look at the shit like that. That's why lives are lost every day. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why we losing people at an alarming rate, because nobody is really thinking about the quality of life or what life means. It's just like, oh shit, damn, he should have did that. He dead now. But like, you talk about it like it's just another story in a book. Like, come on, man. This person's whole life is gone because of a decision that you could have said something about or did something about, or if he could have learned something about a post that you shared and you had this opinion on it saying that this was fucked up that Will Smith did this, versus that's the kind of man that I need. You know what I'm saying? Like, these little things matter in the grand scheme of shit. You know what I'm saying? And so I think that that's why I'm up in arms about it, because it don't make sense to me, and I know what the residual effects could be. But let's take it a step deeper. Go ahead.
Yeah, and before we transition to the next level of this shit, yeah, I think that is indicative of our community. We are reactionary. We think fight or flight is like how you live. And when in reality, fight or flight is a survival tactic. It's not a lifestyle tactic. So you do that when you are such in a dire need that you feel your life is threatened. That's when you resort to fight or flight. Unfortunately, in our community, fight or flight is just like, goddamn sneezing in a handkerchief. Like that's just what we do on an everyday basis.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? And I think that is indicative of what people are saying beyond this point, and it shows. You think putting hands on people is normal. That's not normal. That again has life or death consequences. At worst, it has consequences that can result in your freedom, a precursor to your freedom, i.e., getting charges. So if something happens to you that you can't control, you have a track record of violence. You have a track record of breaking the law in that regard. People we don't think ahead with shit like this. We just think in moment. And I think, in my opinion, that's what that hinders us a lot as people.
Mm-hmm.
It hinders us as people. And we gotta break that cycle, because we got that shit in us. And you can say where the genesis is, and it doesn't matter where it started. It's about if you're gonna fix the shit or not. And in my opinion, we are not doing a great job of doing that. So this is just shows, and this is just a recourse, taking this at face value of where it go. But I don't want to spend too much time here. If you got anything else on first level shit, go right ahead, because I'm ready to move forward.
Yeah, no, I'm good on it. I just think, like you said, there's two type of people in this world: is reactive and proactive, and we are not proactive enough, and it shows. And I don't even blame people. Well, yes, I do. Yeah, I do, because I got to hold myself accountable. I got to hold people accountable if we ever gonna make any kind of change. And I know that's the only way that shit is gonna happen. By being passive about it and acting like it's not a problem is a problem. So yeah, I think that it's our jobs, you know what I'm saying, as men that have a voice, you know what I'm saying. If it's one of 1,000 people listening, we need to say what's right and what to do to fix this shit. If they listen, on them. If not, you know what I'm saying, whatever. But it's our job to tell them what it is, because we know we're responsible for that information. So I leave it at that shit.
It's a big burden on us to do that shit, because at the end of the day, how else would they learn? Right. Because if they learn from television, they learn that Will Smith shit is okay.
Right.
Something to chew on. Yeah. All right. So as we move forward in the shit, I want to talk about the person behind the whole Oscars performance. And overall, I would say he did a damn good job. Now, controversy aside, he did a good job. Now, controversy included, that was the show. If we're being honest, nobody talking about shit else about the Oscars but that damn slap, right? Mm-hmm. So let me give y'all something to chew on. So Will Packer is the guy who they brought in And so he's in charge of what I would call black liberal ideology, leftist, whatever. So here's some of the movies on his list: The Girls Trip, which are, highly toxic black women out there kicking it. And guess who was on the motherfucking movie?
Pissing
Jada
on the goddamn fucking what's it called? Goddamn, I can't think of the name of it. Where you swing from
the little zip line.
Yeah, zip line. Yeah.
Jada Pinkett Smith was in the movie that this guy produced. So why would she not be a vessel in this? The thing that the whole thing, surfaces around. Things that make you say, in my Arsenio Hall voice, right? School Night, I don't know nothing about that movie. Almost Christmas, I know very little about that. And Think Like a Man. So we see the body of work. Highly Afrocentric. And we know in these kind of movies, I call them Tyler Perry baby movies. Highly emotional. Highly about that fight or flight shit we talked about.
Mm-hmm.
And it provides for funny content. You basically over sensationalizing some of the tropes we say in the black community, right?
Right.
Because like old girl had this, successful life, but the husband cheating. It's always the man cheating, right? This is what you see in the black community, like of what we put out as production. It ain't the woman doing the thing. It's the dude. So it's just the normal like color purple tropes that come out, right? So this is Will Packer. So let me share another screen. So now we know a little bit about his background, about what he's about. Let's talk a little bit about what his purpose was for the Oscars.
Mm-hmm.
I want to call that shit the Grammys so bad. I don't know why.
Yeah.
So he's an HBCU grad like myself. So he's in there to quote unquote shake up this year's Oscars. Shake it up. This is written by a woman, so a Democrat as well. Mm-hmm. So we see the fertile soil, quote unquote, of this write-up. So again, it just shows that, and they go into, God damn it. Did it just jump to the bottom of it?
I don't know. I
can't scroll, right? Maybe it changed.
Yeah, it looks like it changed.
Bruh. Sorry, y'all. We live in life and again, so his intent is to shake up the Oscars, quote unquote, right? And they talked about, oh my God, man, come on, get out of here. Be informed, be empowered. No. $1 for 6 months. Too expensive.
99 cents too much.
99 cents too much. So again, it's just to paraphrase the article. It just shows that, again, I laid the background of what he's about, and he's there to shake up what's going on, aka break the protocol of what the Oscars usually entails, right? So they go on talking about them shit. I spare y'all the boredom. Y'all can check this article on your own. I put that in the chat, so we're not hiding no information here. This is stuff you can find on your own. One thing I've learned about YouTube too, man, you cite your sources, because YouTube can get real goofy. It can get real goofy. So I want y'all to know where I get this shit from, bro. Let's try this again. I want y'all to know where I get this shit from, so y'all can take this and do what you will on your own time. All right, let's. I got a MacBook, man. This. Oh yeah, Command C. There we go. We cooking now, baby. All right, so I'm gonna drop the link to that. Y'all check it out on your own. So I'm setting a precursor for what I really want to discuss. Is that, to me, that was staged. It was staged. It ain't even a question in my mind, because when you hear, we led in with that, with the sound of smack. And again, Sam, you ain't got to agree with me. I'm just, from what I assess, and I'm gonna share something that I've seen as a. Oh, this actually kind of goes to what you were saying. Mm-hmm. So Iyanla Vanzant, if y'all don't know, she's famous for saying that stand in it with a black woman statement, basically saying that no matter how chaotic a woman is, you're just supposed to stand in it with her. And listen, fellas, if you on this channel, I'm speaking for myself. If you were a chaotic woman, run, run, run. Do not stand in shit with no chaotic motherfucker. I don't care what race she is, actually. If you chaotic, don't stand in shit with nobody. If they're a broken person, leave them where they at. My advice. But Ayanna Van Zant says, beloved Will Smith has set a whole new standard for what it means to protect and honor your wife. Be mindful. In the midst of beloved, Will Packer did a amazingly phenomenal job. So y'all know Miss Van Zant is in the know. So she knows who choreographed that whole thing. You know what? It's funny, Sammy. I didn't even read the second part. I only read the first part, and I was like, okay, yeah, here you go with this shit, this stand-in and shit that she always talking about. I didn't know she brought up Will Packer.
Wow.
So I just was talking about what Will Packer was to this production to shake things up, a new entity. And did he not do that?
Absolutely.
What's everybody? Can you name an Oscars when everybody on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube talking about the motherfucking Oscars the next day?
No.
No.
Yeah.
So astute minds say that, because to garner, like Paul Wall Chameleon said it best, man, controversy sells.
Mm-hmm.
When you get that entity of, let me put it this way. People are messy, man.
Mm.
Messiness sells. So if you can garner a certain sense of messiness, you get people engaged because the average person doesn't want to be fed knowledge. They want to be fed fodder. They want snacks. They don't want a whole meal, right? So also, this kind of goes to what I was saying about. I saw somebody, do some YouTube investigation, not YouTube, but social media investigation. Good old investigators, but they were talking about the eye contact, and this is what didn't sit right with me. He had his neck locked, ready for contact, as this little diagram points out. He has eye contact, so he knows it's coming. He's like leaning into a slap, bro. Like this, he got his hand up. I'm sorry. The weakest dude on this planet know how to at least put your hand up when somebody gonna slap you. Unless you just come blindsided. You know what I'm saying? For the most part, a slap isn't flush. It's like it's a flinch before the slap. So point of contact there. His neck is tucked, ready to. It's like wrestling, bro. Like Flight Sports said earlier, dog. This is some WWE shit. Where's Comet at? So he leaned in, no attempt to block, which, I mean, maybe sometimes you can't get your hand up quick enough. I'll give you that clemency. So now the sissy throw in the weak, sissy smack in the weak throw, I mean, whatever. But the point of contact is my biggest concern. You ain't going to lean in and smile into no motherfucking smack when you see a nigga come with that energy, dog. I'm sorry. Chris Rock been a celebrity a long time, which shows me he's an adherent to those principles that you can say, those groves, those brotherhoods, those whatever. Just my opinion, and we ain't got to go that far in the esoteric realm, but to me, that just screams fake smack. Go ahead.
Yeah, and that's what makes me struggle with it, because things like that. But I you know me, I'm an energy guy, and just keeping things in context. When Chris, he told a joke, right, and he told one prior to that. Will's laughing. He told the Jada joke. Will was laughing. You know what I'm saying? And then next thing he knows, because I'm sure he's not locked in on Will after he see him laughing, he moving across the room with his eyes and trying to see where the next joke coming from or what he gonna present. And next thing he know, while he laughing is Will walking forward. Now I heard somebody, and this is just talk, but I heard somebody saying he was smiling on the way walking towards him, and then when he got there, which is like what you got to say type shit, while he was leaning forward, then he kind of sucker smacked him. You know what I'm saying? And if that is what it happened, then it makes sense to me, because it don't make sense to see somebody coming up to you with that energy. If that, you know what I'm saying, if he mugging and walking towards you, you know real quick, like, oh shit, what the fuck going on? Let me back up and see, you know what I'm saying, so I can assess the situation better.
That's fair.
But if he's smiling and, you know what I'm saying, like, I feel like a Will Smith would, you know what I'm saying, like, oh, you thought that shit was funny, huh? You know, and smack him, then I can see it still being real. But
you see that noise you just made when you made the smack sound?
Yeah, it did.
When he hit me, it sounded like.
But to be fair, hit your mic on your thing, on your headphones right here. The microphone part, right here on the other ear. You see it?
Yeah.
Hit that shit and see what it sounds like. It sounds like that thud that you know what I'm saying? It sounds like that thud that we heard when he got hit, and those mics make that sound. So it's, I'm back and forth with it, because it
But if you hit him in the face, it wouldn't be the mic though.
But the mic is right here. It's a lapel. It's a lapel mic. So
But your face is here though.
right. So if you hit it here and you hit the smack ain't gonna get caught by the mic. That contact right here is gonna get caught, which is like a poof. It's a thud sound. So I go back and forth with it. You know what I'm saying?
I think
I know.
some smack element would be in there, but all right. I mean,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know. I don't know what's real in fucking Hollywood, you know. But and again, like I said, I'm an energy guy. I could tell that Chris Rock was really discombobulated by that shit. Like, first off, he had to gain his composure back because he did have his hands behind his back. He got slapped and he like shit. And then he, you know, he goes to the next thing like, oh shit, Will Smith just slapped the shit out of me, like trying to make light of it because he's a comedian, you know. And then when he tried to move forward, that's when you can really tell it's like, fuck, I really just got slapped. Like, what? You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck I'm supposed to do? So that makes me feel like it was authentic. But if it was not, I feel like that was an Oscar-worthy performance. You know what I'm saying? Like, because that was some convincing shit from Chris Rock, not Will Smith, but from Chris Rock. So I don't know.
At the end of the day, those are two actors.
True. That are paid handsomely for it, but
paid handsomely for what they do.
Even playing Pookie, he convinced me that much. You know what I'm saying? Like,
fair enough.
Yeah, I don't know.
He's in a deep stage of his career, man. Where
oh shit, let me drop this down.
I'm gonna say, who is that nigga coming on here?
I'm trying to add a picture to this.
Oh, okay.
So, you know, I'm gonna touch the esoteric realm a little bit, just a tad.
Was there another award show where Jada was the butt of the joke again? This was Zach asked. Let me answer that. I heard that in 2016. Well, I didn't even hear it. Somebody sent me a link of it in my inbox, and Chris Rock, he did joke about Jada, but he was talking about a few other people as well, and he said that like Jada, she's boycotting the awards and she wasn't even invited, which she fucking wasn't. Like, I mean, you trying to get noticed for whatever you boycotting for and you in the news for it. Like, a comedian is going to use that as material. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's well within the realm of possibility. I don't know why people so taken back by that. Like, you were not invited. You didn't have a movie out. You didn't have a reason to win an Oscar or be there. You know what I'm saying? And you boycotting it, nobody cares. And that's what he's saying as the host of that show. Like, nobody cares y'all not here. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, he may be playing a role, you know, the good old boy role, you know, trying to get along to get that check, but it's his job. You know what I'm saying? So I don't blame him for that joke. And people say that Will checked him on that. He was like, we don't know what he said. He said he got checked though. Like, I don't know. Keep my wife's name out your mouth, maybe. I don't know. But I still don't think that warrants that kind of a reaction after that. You know what I'm saying? He said it's shot.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, and I talked about this a little bit on my personal live. Matter of fact, hold on. I just want to show a picture real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Some of y'all chew on. So if y'all don't know about Illumination and things of that sort, look no further than the backdrop of this shit right here, man. Those have esoteric meanings. So y'all on your own time, I won't make it about this, but I'm gonna make it about this. That shit literally has a meaning, bro. This shit is not by accident, in my opinion. So when you really look into what this shit really about, you bring the brother in, Will Packer, to come and change things up, and you got the signaling. You know, if you know about the Groves, you know about the alliances, the brotherhoods, or what have you. One of two of which I'm a part of. So I know on a menial level this shit I'm talking about. I'm not talking out my ass, and I won't tell you which organizations y'all figure that shit out.
Mm-hmm.
It's not nothing. When you see those symbols, it's not nothing. And I talked about this on my live the other day. So when we run down the things to look for, again, here with it, here with it, here with it, here with it. When you see that shit, it's something else to it. I'm gonna leave it at that because I don't want to make this about that because I can go a whole 2 hours about that shit. And I don't want to make this about that, but when you see them signs go up, you know it's something else, you know. And I threw this up, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what that picture alludes to that I just showed you. So I want to say that it's a way of subtly signaling, signaling what you're about, that the profane, as they call regular people, don't even know what's going on. You just
Mhm.
worry about the action. You worry about the emotionality. You don't know about the symbolism. Let me
Mhm.
say that.
Mm. And that's are those people like the pillars and shit, the little awards that's in between them. Is that what that is on
The
that
who?
picture? The little, you see the little people that's in there.
Yeah. So the actual symbol that is for the Oscar has an old world. It has an old world origin to it. So
Yeah,
that whole Oscars thing, it's like a ritual, is what it really is. It's a ritual.
yeah,
It's not a celebration of uh, merit as we view it. It's actually a ritual. Is
mm,
what that whole thing is. And if you ever go to Hollywood Boulevard, walk the Hollywood Strip, just like 20
yeah,
minutes, 20 minutes from me, and you see where the people who are the excuse me, the hitters, who are the hitters in front of the Chinese studio. I'm sorry, the Chinese theater.
hmm,
And right across there, you see a certain lodge of a certain organization right across from that motherfucker. And when you and Zanata came down, it hit me because I've been there several times. I
yeah,
was like, why is Michael Jackson here in the hitters though? Because you know names are splattered all throughout the Walk of Fame,
hmm,
but the real ones you see them cluttered all together. You're like, oh shit, these are
hmm,
motherfuckers right here,
yeah,
right in front of the Chinese theater.
yeah,
And I just and when y'all came about a year and some change ago,
hmm.
I looked across the street. I was like, I'll leave it right there. You guessed the organization that has a building right across from that shit.
Yeah, I already know. Yeah, we're gonna have to do a whole nother one on this.
Just saying, man.
Yeah,
And you can call it, me being 10-4 had or not. Okay. Just know there ain't nothing by coincidence in this world.
right,
Because
right.
it's too much influence based on what these people do. Nothing is by coincidence, man.
Hmm. Not by chance. So,
Not much. I mean, it may be something that slipped through the cracks,
hmm,
but you have to contrive this media game. You have to get people to think and feel a certain way. And as we saw, these degenerate minded motherfuckers took that and ran with it with the Van Zant slant.
yeah.
That shit wrong. That shit rhyme, cuz.
Shit, man. Should be a rapper.
Jimmy, yeah, you must be crazy. Serious in the
Yeah.
motherfucker. Make the weed out.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
But y'all ain't never seen the wood, man. That's what we talking about. But it's so much that you can have from a societal standpoint after that action. After that thing, it's so much more shit you can do with it from a low level, mid level, high level. You know what I mean? And that's what they do, man, because they understand human nature at a very high level. And how they know it because they track you with the shit you look at on your phone. They look at they this metadata stuff that they put all this together. That's how people always say all the time. Damn, I mentioned chicken. And I look on my phone, it's a chicken advertisement. Yeah, because they look at that shit, man.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta step outside of the realm of being the profane or the unknowing and start to like kind of get ahead of this shit because they're way ahead of you. They're way
Mm-hmm.
ahead of you. They know what you like. They know your proclivities. They know all your patterns from what you do on your phone or what you say.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying, man.
Yeah, that shit gets scary. Yeah, it's world's a scary place, man. If you really look at it, and it's even scarier when surface level shit like this is not even recognized. You know what I'm saying? Like
Absolutely.
that is when it gets dangerous. You know what I'm saying? Like the big movers is gonna move how they move, and you just a pawn in their game. You know what I'm saying? It ain't shit you can do about that. No change comes from the bottom. But if you can't wrap your mind around surface level shit like this, like you should not hit people for saying things about you. You know what I'm saying? Like that's when we lost, and that's the shit that we can control, and we ain't even trying to control that. So that's my whole thing with it, and my whole issue with this situation. People bringing in Jada's situation, her past, and all that shit. None of that mattered. Like everything behind yesterday was behind yesterday. What he did with yesterday is what sparked the shit going forward. You know what I'm saying? Like he didn't have to take that. He didn't have to go that route, and I am very disappointed in Will for that. I mean, I don't know that man. He a man just like me. He ain't perfect. We know that, but goddamn, bro, like you. But like you said, if it's scripted that way, then bravo. You know what I'm saying? Like you
He
did a good.
defended himself. And you think that black director, producer didn't weave that into the shit? He has a
Right.
relationship with Jada Pinkett. So that was his way of overcoming all that shit that people been saying about him for the past year, Kevin Samuels included. Like
Yeah.
everybody been going in on this motherfucker. And that was his
Mhm.
way to kind of regain some upward mobility as far as being a man who's to be highly respected in Hollywood, if we're being honest.
Yeah.
But nigga, that's stage, in my opinion, that's stage. Chris Rock, again, to me, he's shown he'll do it, whatever. You cut the check. Chris Rock in. Chris Rock is in.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
shown that. Patrice O'Neal used to call him out on that shit. Like it is what it is. Like, so you put the perfect formula together with a guy who will, you call this self deprecating. So he doesn't mind that. Chris Rock has never been known as a tough guy. You
Right.
take a slap. You take
Yeah.
a slap. What's funny is I couldn't see Will Smith slapping no white dude on stage. He wouldn't do it. It's a
No.
perfect formula. Another black dude, which people don't care about black on black shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a big deal. But if he slapped a white dude, he'd be like, damn, Will. You know what I'm saying? It would have been a bad look for his thing. But you slap another brother, quote unquote, talking greasy about your woman.
Mm-hmm.
You throw the alopecia shit in. Come on, man. Get the fuck out of here, dude. Will Smith is a funny guy. You've always been a funny joke guy. And all of a sudden, don't talk about my work. Nigga, shut up.
Yeah, nobody taking you serious, bro.
Fuck out of here. I'm not going, dog. I'm not going.
Yeah,
And
and you make great points. You make great points because that's what, like, the logical side of me cannot ignore that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, my emotions want to lean towards what Chris did, but the logical side of me won't let that shit go. Like, it makes no fucking sense. You know what I'm saying? And like you said, I can see Chris Rock. He's the perfect candidate for that shit. You know, you won't feel much for him because he's a comedian. He shouldn't have said the joke. You know what I'm saying? He's not a guy you expect to fight Will Smith back. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's the perfect candidate for that shit. And you pay him enough, he'd be like, hell yeah, just make
he's
sure
a minstrel. That's his job in the Hollywood industry. He's a minstrel. He's a jokester. Like, nobody cares about Chris Rock. He loses no credibility here.
Yeah.
Zero.
Yeah.
He's the same way you viewed him yesterday.
Right. Now they saying he a real nigga because he pressed charges.
He fucking gained no Republicans.
Yeah. And I'm sure he saw that angle, was like, yeah. I need some street cred, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I can't ignore the logic to it, and that
he lost nothing, dog. I mean, some shit, man. I don't want to be a feel guy.
Yeah.
Sometimes what you feel is it can be true, and if the logic backs it up, because again, if y'all don't know Chris Rock, man, Chris Rock played drag before, except more than one occasion.
On fucking Fresh Prince.
On Fresh Prince and in what movie was that? Was he on CB4? Did he do that? Or was it another movie?
He was when he was setting that
yeah.
CB4. Yeah.
So if y'all don't know, man, that's a big thing for you to dress in drag, be a woman. That's a big step in your career to do that. And who's recently done that? Quasi, that dude from I'm gonna say Stay Woke, not Stay Woke. Get Out. Look,
okay, the black guy?
The other one. The first dude they took the body. What's his name?
Oh, the one that that's on ATL. Atlanta.
Yeah, the one with that Lakeith.
Yeah, Lakeith
Hamilton, I believe, or something his name is.
Yeah.
He recently had a spread out where he was dressing like a woman. You know what I'm saying? And it's because you show you down with the program, and that's with that Baphomet shit. So when you are down with the program, it's no limits to what you would do, right? Because you don't live in that realm of hypermasculinity. You live in that realm of a sexually amoeba type of thing. Like you're fluid. So meaning your manhood isn't defined by you being tough, being, burly, being a stand-up guy. And me and my girl argued about this yesterday before I went to my karaoke spot. She was like, Will Smith always been a stand-up guy. Like, when?
Right.
When has Will Smith ever been stand up? Playing a gay dude, always got that girl. You know how he be doing sometimes. Like, dude, you've always been that kind of dude.
It's
And
true.
people don't take you serious. Like, I mean, people know you're a really good actor, but
Mhm.
people don't take you serious as like a stand-up guy. And how we know this? For your offspring you raise. Your children, once you went into that world, they do that sexually ambiguous thing. What they call it? What do they call when you don't have like a sex, you just a person? Damn, I lost that word.
I don't know. They got
Damn it, I can't think of the word. But both of his kids are like that. Willow and Jaden, they don't identify with really being a certain sex. They're like, I'm a person. So you're spitting that, and I'm gonna go ahead.
So they not
You-
the cisgendered people like us.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
It's not non-binary. It's what's the word? Androgynous. Androgynous is the word I'm looking for. So
Shannon said non-binary, and
and androgynous.
yeah,
So when you subscribe to that, you gotta understand what that comes from. That comes from old world teachings from that ancient Baphomet, that Luciferian shit. And if we know what his religion is, he's a Scientologist. Scientology comes from Dianetics. Dianetics comes from Aleister Crowley's teaching. So if you know Aleister Crowley, look him up on your own time.
Mhm.
That's where the school of Scientology comes from. So you got to see that that's what he put into his family. That's what he's always been. And most people, I mean, to be honest, nobody really judged him for it. Nobody got on Will Smith ass about how he raised his kids. They just kind of accepted it. But if we're gonna bring it all back and understand, that's what you've always been. So when my girl was talking about this, I'm like, when has he ever been stand up? He's always been go along for the program. When has Will Smith ever stood up to something? I'm not blaming him for it, but like, come on now. Stand up is nigga like, hey, I believe this, right, wrong, indifferent. This is what it is. Deal with it. LeVar Ball is stand up. Richard Williams, ironically, is stand up.
Mhm.
Nothing about Will Smith is stand up. Sorry, stand up comedy. That's about it.
Yeah. Read that comment.
So Dipper Bang says entertainment. The moment they step on that red carpet, the performance begins. This is no different. Agenda push. Comedians will now adjust their material. Journalists will adjust their talking points. Absolutely. And there's many case studies that journalists will follow the quote unquote company line and say what basically report an instance on the same script. We're talking about several news stations in different cities with the same underlying talking point because you're fed that shit because you have to. You
Mhm.
have to, or you're removed. But go ahead.
No, it's those are great points. I want to read Queendra's her comment. She said, "So people can't change how they feel about a joke." Said Chris was wrong.
Go ahead. I'll let you go first. Now I'm gonna destroy that comment. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead. Because Quindra, that's my girl. So you go ahead.
No, I'm not attacking the person. I'm attacking the comment.
Right, absolutely.
Listen, man. In the realm of funny, you can't dictate what funny is.
Mhm.
Funny is funny, especially for people who understand funny. Will Smith understands funny.
Mhm.
So us regular people, we're not celebrities. We don't roll in those circles. So our life is not to be juxtaposed to theirs because they live a very exaggerated version of a real life.
Right.
Most people don't have open marriages like they had, right? Most people don't have things where you can bring in a young dude and you, Will Smith, pretty much okay him and then you go fuck him. That's not the world we live in. That's the world they live in. And
Yeah.
I'm sure Will had his concubines, his proclivities, or what have you, that Jada gave the okay to, right?
Mhm.
That one happened to get messy, so you damage control it. So in that world, it's different. So funny is different in that world. So it's not like, again, Jada put herself in position not to be scrutinized from us normal people.
Mhm.
In that circle, man, people know what Jada is, man. People know what she is. She's a
Tough.
round the way Baltimore chick. A round the way Baltimore chick who hit a lick, who didn't even want this nigga. She wanted Tupac, right?
And still saying that shit.
Still saying the shit. Nigga been dead like 20 years.
more so. I was 25 and plus.
25 years nigga been dead. And she's
Mhm.
still dreaming about that old thing she had with that nigga. Come on, man. What we talking about?
Yeah, bro.
These niggas are not normal people, man.
Yeah.
But they like to dive back into normal land because it makes us feel them like they're reachable when they have these human normal things going on in their life, and then they feel normal. But then every day, the 99% of their life, they go through shit that we can't even fathom. Having that type of money, fame, accolade, we can't even fathom what they go through. Especially living here in California. I live in LA. It's an expensive motherfucker, and damn, there was a stupid decision to move here. But I'm out here doing my thing.
Yeah.
So just I can imagine a nigga who's rich living out here.
Mm-hmm.
Whole different life.
Mm-hmm. That's why I was telling Lil Sammy, I was explaining to him what a star was, why they called them stars. I was like, every night you can go outside and see them, but you know for a fact you will never be able to touch these motherfuckers. Like, but everybody can see them. You always gonna shine as a star, but you'll never be able to reach them. And they know that, you know what I'm saying? So when they feel too unreachable, they get close to us, you know, and make us feel like we can reach them. Mm-hmm. Like people feel like they understand Will Smith. They feel like they understand it. But then to protect him and justify his actions, it's like, you can't understand what somebody that got all this money and dealing with their wife that's going through this and all that type of shit. You don't know what that's like. So you don't know what you would do. I'm like, man, shut the fuck up. You don't know what you talking about. First off, like, you don't know what the fuck I would do with a situation like that if I was in his shoes, first off. But cool, they not like us. They live totally different lives, like you alluded to. That's okay. But don't act like when it's time for when shit like this happens, now you all of a sudden understand their whole life and everything.
Exactly.
Fucking
Shut
goes.
up.
Like, come on, man.
Exactly.
Like, be for real, bro. So
it's raining like a motherfucker in LA, man. It's just kind of weird. I'm sorry. It never rains out here like that. It's raining like a bitch out here. Go ahead, I'm sorry, bro.
As it rained in Southern California. What the fuck?
Man, it's been raining like a mug lately, man. Well, not lately, but in this past 6 months, it's been raining a lot. I'm just like, what the hell? Because my first year here, it never rained. I'm like, damn, okay, this song real.
Yeah.
2021 and a half and 2022, it's been raining like a motherfucker.
Gotcha, bitch.
Exactly. Fucking Will Smith slap going on.
Yeah, man. I don't know, bro. It's I don't know how I feel about the authenticity of the situation, but I do know what I feel about the actual situation at hand as they portray it to be and how people are taking it. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I feel like that's where we can step in and talk about it and do something about it. And I just don't feel like violence is the first step that we should take as people, but definitely as men. You know what I'm saying? As men, we supposed to be the more logically led, you know what I'm saying, practical people.
Yes.
You can't be led by emotion. And that move was purely led off of emotion if it was genuine and authentic.
The internet. See, this is why they do this shit. Because even the slowest motherfucker on the planet can put a meme out like this and get millions of fucking likes. Dog, we living in the motherfucking vortex, dog.
Yeah, bro. Damian Valentine, what up, bro? He say,
Stephen A. Smith, bro.
What do he say? There's no excuse for what Will Smith.
Everybody got to take on this, dog. This is why this shit goes on.
Yep.
A sports nigga hopped into this conversation, bro.
Bro, I saw it on Sports Center earlier on ESPN. Molly and the other guy was talking about it. But let me read this. Damian say they got all the answers for everybody else, but they own answers. Right? Yeah. And I mean that's true for a lot of people, bro. Like it's easy to tell people what they doing wrong and not fix your own shit. It's easy to look at people and assess them and undress them or what have you, and tell them where the imperfections are. And when it comes to you, you don't know what the fuck to do. But that's just natural because when you inside of a situation versus outside of one, you see it different, and that's just how that goes. My cousin women say, act, don't react. That's what I'm saying. Like that's what a man would do. You act, but you don't react. Like, come on, bro. I'm not saying you don't defend your wife's honor at that point, but how you do it shows who you are. You know what I'm saying? Like me, I'm telling you, you know me. You know me. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll go there, but that's not the first thing I'm gonna do. You know what I'm saying? Like that's never the first thing I'm gonna do. I'm gonna let them know, like, hey, bro, you need to chill. You know what I'm saying? And if you like,
because you know where it could go,
right? You know what I'm saying? And I feel like as a man, we have to understand that. And if we don't, then it's reckless as shit. And then you don't know where it can go, you know. And I feel like Will, he was safe in that space and in that arena, and that's
Yeah,
cool.
'cause come on, man. Ain't nothing gonna pop off like that.
Right.
It's like when a nigga get big and bad in front of when the teacher right there. Nigga, what's up there, nigga? When the teacher right there, you ain't gonna bring it up.
If it's just y'all in the yard, then you
You know the shit different. Like you got some shit, and y'all gotta understand. Like, and I hate when people my age fall for this shit.
right.
Like at some point, you should see enough results from life to know that what's real and what's fake.
Mhm.
You got to be able to discern these things, because if not, you're gonna live a clown life your whole life. Your whole life, you're gonna think this orchestrated shit is real.
Mhm.
When you know what real shit look like, we all know when a fight about to happen or when some fight jump down, you know what fight shit look like.
Mhm.
We do. We learn this as teenagers, right? So when you see this shit, dog, it just makes me laugh. It makes me laugh, dog. And as men, we have to be provocateurs over circumstance. Meaning, you got to know, you got to think levels ahead of shit.
Mhm.
I'll give you an example. Me and my girl, we went to downtown LA for a nice little date. We went to like random spots and shit. It was cool. In the middle of all that, some random ass homeless motherfucker roll up on us, and he was talking to Marty, and he was like, hey, you got some money for some food? And you know, Marty is sweet. You know how she is.
Mhm.
And she was like, no, I don't. And then I was like, you know, it's got to, because that nigga was on some fuck shit.
Yeah.
And I guess he saw me looking at him like, what you about to say?
Yeah.
The nigga said, well, fuck y'all. I was like, all right. I was ready for him to say, well, fuck you then. I was ready. And I wasn't gonna put hands on him, but I was ready to let him know that, nigga, you out of bounds, nigga.
Mhm.
He didn't do that. He said, fuck y'all. So I was
Yeah.
like, all right, let's keep walking. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because he knew what I knew, that he know that I know.
Yeah.
You see me clearly walking with my woman, and you just expect me, it's gonna be some consequences after that.
Mhm.
And I would hate to touch a homeless guy like that. Like, no offense to homeless out there.
Hey man.
That dude was dirty, motherfucker. White dude, big ass beard, like pants hanging. I would hate to touch him, like, ugh. But you're not gonna do that to homeboy.
Yeah.
He said, "Fuck y'all." All right, no problem, man. Go, bum it up, dog. Do what you do.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. You make those kind of decisions as a man, and you don't react emotionally. You know what I'm saying? Like you give them a chance. You let them. You're like, hey, bro, you need to chill. And the nigga
Yeah,
don't
nigga, move
chill.
around, nigga. Exactly.
You go from there. But we cannot be reactive as a people. We've seen what that has gotten us. You know what I'm saying? Like, try being proactive and see where that'll get us. But we cannot remain reactive, and that's what they're doing. He's a homeless guy. Keep a knife. Don't get bum jumped out.
Hey, exactly. So I gave him the death stare. I didn't want to touch him.
Yeah, bro. And that's smart by you, because you don't know. First off, he ain't got shit to lose. You know what I'm saying?
Nothing to lose.
Yeah, bro. Like he has nothing to lose, and you lose everything, especially if you lose a damn fight or you get fucked up by a bum. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Get hepatitis or some shit.
yeah, like it's a lose for you. You know what I'm saying?
I gained nothing whooping this homeless dude ass.
Right,
Nothing.
right.
I look like a bully. I'm 6'7". This nigga like 5'5". I look like a bully whooping his ass.
Yeah.
So I'm just like gave him the death stare, like tread carefully, my nigga.
Yeah.
And
He understood. He understood. But he had to save face a little bit, you know what I'm saying? So he said, fuck y'all. He made it inclusive, you know. He didn't want to.
I mean, that's cool, whatever, man. Meet me a bum, bro.
Nah,
you know,
I
can't let you get away with, well, fuck you then.
Yeah.
I can't let you get away with that.
Right. You're gonna have to address it. And then and I still don't see you, if he said, well, fuck you, then you just going up and slapping him. I don't see that.
I'll be like, nigga, fuck you.
Right.
Right.
And then it'll be another back and forth.
And there's another back and forth.
And then we decide if it escalates from there. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what a man would do, because you understand that if we get to it, like it's to it, and one of us might have to go. You know what I'm saying? Like a real man that has things to lose is not willing to risk that shit just like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not just trying to die every day. I'm not trying to do that shit. No matter how tough I am, I don't give a fuck. I am not trying to do that shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's just weird to me that people so tough now. You know what I'm saying? That they could just go slap anybody.
I don't get it. I don't get it, but I do get it. It's just funny to watch, man. And again, that's why I know that shit ain't real.
Right.
I know that shit is theater. Why is that? Because I'm a salesman. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. When I sell, it's theater. The stuff I say I can't do, I'm lying. Because I can't give everybody the same deal because I would make no money. It would be pointless for me to be a salesman, right?
Yep.
Now, a lot of times I'm being more straight up than most salesmen you're running to because I'm what you would consider, I think you coined the phrase to me, is a consumer's advocate. Like I really be trying to look out for people, but I got to get paid too. I mean, rent.
Right.
This motherfucker in LA is hot.
Yeah.
I gotta motherfucking keep my light over I got a fucking credit card debt and shit. I gotta get it, man. I cannot. Let me put it this way: to make six figures is intentional.
Mm-hmm.
I remember making $44,000 my first teaching job. I thought I was rich in the motherfucker until I started paying bills. I was like, yeah, damn, $44,000 ain't shit.
Yeah.
Because before then I made $17,000.
Yeah.
When I left teaching, I made 53. That's where I maxed out at. First got to mattress firm, I was making around the 60, 65 range.
Mm-hmm.
Nigga feel like rich, but then when you want to do more shit, you still feel broke. Evolve it to where I'm at now, making $6. You still feel broke. And so when I'm at work, nigga, I'm not taking no prisoners, dog. Like I cannot operate on the level of other people's situation.
Mm-hmm.
How we tie into what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
These entities, like the Oscars and what have you, these are multi-million-dollar entities who get paid off ad revenue. They get paid off of clicks, so views. You got to sell this shit because the lifestyle you live as the owner of the shit, as the production manager and shit, you got to pay your bills, dog. And you will pull out all the stops and you will lie to motherfuckers to have people consume your product.
Right.
So that's the point I'm making with my little small anecdotal example to a granular one. Dog, this shit is theater, man.
Yeah, because women say real men don't slap stage, and real men don't allow another man to slap them.
Slap you. Thank you.
Whether on national TV or not, had it been me, the Oscars would still be on commercial break.
Because they can do that. They can go commercial break and you tighten them up real quick.
Yeah.
Or at least try.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's why things like that make me know that damn, this shit might have been staged, and this is just really good. They need to get this guy Will Packard some more projects. You know what I'm saying? Like he
keep your eyes on this man. This man is gonna have a lot more shit coming. Believe that.
Yeah,
that nigga was mission accomplished, dog. Knew the assignment, and facts.
Yeah, he did his thing on that, man, because it don't add up, man. I don't see even little frail Chris Rock. I don't see him backing down like that and just standing there to get slapped like that and letting that man walk back to his seat and then yell back at him like, nah, bro.
Shut up.
Nah, no.
Goofy shit. That shit's goofy. I follow that in the goofy category. That shit's goofy to me.
Yeah, OJ say that wasn't real. It looked faker than a $4 bill. Yeah, man. I think they did a good job. I've been back and forth about it all night. But I think they did a good job, and it was fake because that shit don't add up. It don't add up, and everybody has something to gain in that situation. Will Packard to Will Smith to Chris Rock. Like, I'm sure they gave Chris Rock that check, and he was like, shit, that's a bet. Tell him just don't slap me too hard. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't going to do shit, you know?
I don't think he got slapped, period. I think he got hit in the shoulder. But, I mean, let's just say he did.
Right.
The WWE does it all the fucking time.
Right. And for $1 million or so.
It hurt a little bit.
Yeah. But, hey, if I'm acting and you paying me $1 million plus whatever they paid him to get slapped, you can slap me too. Like I'm gonna get over that. That I can spend my money on massage or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like I get over that, but I can't get over no real slap though. I'm not finna let you make it. You know what I'm saying? And ain't Chris? He from like Washington or something. Where he from?
Chris Rock from New York.
He from New York. You from New York, and you let a nigga slap
like that? No.
Come on, bro.
Nigga, I went to a comedy show last week.
Yeah.
At the Laugh Factory in West Hollywood, and his brother Tony Rock was performing.
Right.
And T.I. performed as well.
Yeah, I seen
comedy. No, Tony Rock is, I would say, is a pretty gully nigga. If I'm being honest, he came up there with Timberlands on and shit.
Yeah,
You can kind of feel a dude energy.
yeah,
So Chris Rock came up in the same household. So I would go out to say he's of the same ilk
right,
of guy.
right.
He don't strike me as a I'm gonna get slapped. It's just be okay with it kind of guy. If isn't understood, that's what you're gonna do for money.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
yeah. Nah, I agree. Cousin say, Will is an Oscar award winning actor, so he knows how to sell a slap. Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah. He did the
Slap is
same
easy.
shit to what's his name on Ali. He slapped what's the call? You know what I'm saying? On the movie, same slap, same exact slap. So
The slap is easy. You learn that in school, in acting
Right.
school.
right,
The part that's funny to me is when he goes up and starts talking about Richard Williams and starts crying and talking about he molds that into his own situation being a father. I'm like, nigga, y'all niggas are the fakest niggas on the planet, dog. Y'all think people do take to that. But people who really got their eye on shit, when you got your eye on the ball, how they say in baseball,
right.
nigga, come on, dog. You really gonna spin this into this?
Bro,
Get the fuck out of here, dude.
OJ say, look at the motion of Will's arm, how straight his hand is. If he
Yes.
would have slapped bony ass Chris Rock, he would have knocked him off his feet. Yeah,
Come on, man.
yeah. That's why I was like, damn, Chris ate that.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
with his hands behind his back,
Come
he
on, man.
ate that hoe and say, wow, Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me. Bro, I
Yeah.
don't know how as a man you can sit back and say that and then internalize that shit and still be standing there. I'd have dove in that crowd on his ass. I'd have got
on.
him, Jada, person behind him. Like man, I'd have lost it. I'd have blacked out. You know what I'm saying? So
But that's you though. Let's just say a docile nigga at least would have tried to like get him off of you or something. Like
right.
generally, you don't get slapped and just stand there.
Yeah.
Either you like, oh shit,
Right.
or you like, nigga, you know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah,
just one or
yeah.
two. Like you don't do just nothing. Oh, Will Smith slapped the shit out of me.
Yeah. See, the more we talk about it, man, that shit.
Never in the history of slapping them.
Yeah. Damn, man. That yeah, I can't say that this was real.
Hey man,
Look at him.
lean
All right,
in.
nigga. Let me grip my teeth. Hold on.
Nigga, come on, bro. Because if you get slapped, it's a surprise now. This nigga lean in, smile, embracing for it.
Hurry up.
Stop it. Stop it, dog. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
Oh man.
I'm sorry, nigga.
Yeah.
I can't.
Bro, yeah, OJ say your instincts are to defend yourself. He did nothing. Brandy says this was real. His face was shaking when he sat in his chair and was yelling back at him on stage.
No.
Uh,
I'll let you go first. Go ahead.
yeah, I didn't see that, Brandy. I didn't see what happened. I didn't see the aftermath. I only saw the unedited like Filipino version or whatever it was. So I don't know what happened after the fact, but I don't know. Evidence is leaning towards this not being authentic because of what we know about people and men and being slapped. Like these are not the ways you react after you get slapped. And I do understand being professional because that was one of my points. I was like, he was being very professional. He had to keep the show rolling. But at some point, professionalism goes out the door, and being slapped is when at that point. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, Brandy. I don't know.
What was that comment again?
She said, my cousin said, send me that illustration. All right, cuz we'll get it to you. Brandy said this was real. His face was shaking when he sat in his
Gotcha.
chair and was yelling back at him on stage.
Okay, so Brandon, I'm gonna get on solo view. Let me talk to you, Brandon. Let me talk to you. Listen to me and listen to me good. Dudes like Will Smith can make up emotions out of nowhere and they start to believe them and they ride with the emotion. They are literally paid to cry on demand. So they can basically make up this scenario in their mind and live it out for X amount of minutes or what have you. A la like a woman can get caught cheating and turn around and cry their way out of the situation. This is not a genuine emotion. You can contrive this, right? So what Will Smith did, in my opinion, is he drew from that whatever anger he had, he drew from it, and he produced a performance that was very believable, i.e., most of his movies, because he's a great actor. That's what he does. So you got to make room for the possibility that you can contrive that same thing that makes you a multi-millionaire many times over, one of the most iconic actors of all time, to be able to pull that off in real time. Make room for that shit. Because I've seen broke niggas do this shit.
Yeah, I can do it. I can do this shit.
Come on. When you get caught cheating, I don't want to pick on women. As dudes, you get caught cheating, man, it's just fucked up how you just be picking on. You looking at my shit because, man, I turned on many of bitches in my life.
Like that.
It's not that hard.
Yeah. You just got to believe it.
You got to believe it.
Yeah.
You got to ride it out. It's not that hard to believe, dog. That shit don't mean nothing to me, dog. I've turned on bitches many times in my life.
Look,
That don't mean nothing to me, dog. I'm sorry. So if you're influenced by that, I'm sorry. I got some oceanfront property to sell you in Idaho. You know what I mean?
look, he say he could have been being professional and somewhat shook and scared. I don't know. I considered that too.
Maybe.
Yeah, I considered that too, but I mean, scared of what? You know what I'm saying? Ain't like he gonna kill him right there.
Scared of what?
Yeah, as a safe space. This man went and sat back down and yelled at you. You could have yelled right there after you knocked him out. You know what I'm saying? Like, he wasn't trying to do that. But Brandy said, "Oh, watch the after. Will went off in his chair too. Don't think Chris thought he was coming up there to slap him. And Tyler Perry and Denzel pulled him to the side to speak with him. I guess it will come out in the wash." Yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
fair tail end of the comment. You come on the wash.
Yeah, it will. She said, and Chris is small and 5'7". He wasn't about to go up against big ass Will. I agree with that. I considered all of that, but then you also got to consider like the production value behind Denzel and Tyler Perry pulling Will Smith to the side. You know what I'm saying? And saying all this shit. Like
That don't mean nothing.
it's too perfect. You know what I'm saying? For
Too influential with niggas.
Right.
Name me 3 black actors, and then them 2 niggas' names gonna come up. Like, come on. Fuck out of here.
Exactly. Yeah. OJ said Charlie Murphy said it best. If a man slaps a man, someone has to die.
Somebody gotta die for that.
They would have to
Somebody
do
gotta
it.
go.
All right. Dipper say,
Charlie Murphy say, first
Go
off, you don't slap a man.
yeah, for real, straight up.
Charlie Murphy, first off, you don't slap a man.
Yeah, you don't do that. Dipper, he says, so where do y'all see comedy heading? Comedians have been catching a lot of flack lately. People are too sensitive nowadays, man. Like, I think that comedians should take this and go to town with the shit. You know what I'm saying? If they want comedy to come back, they should take this real thing and go to town with that shit and wash Will's ass for it until he don't want to come back in public. Because you played that card and that shit need to backfire on him. And if comedians want to come back, like, this is the material you die for. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what you can make your career out of. Use that shit. That's what I hope to see with comedy from this. And I don't wish bad on Will, but nigga, you made this bed. You know what I'm saying? They need to make him lay in that shit. So
Absolutely.
go ahead.
I would make all the Will Smith jokes, and I would dare that nigga to pull up on me. Because I'm gonna be ready to uppercut the shit out of his ass, run up on me. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I would make every Will Smith joke I could possibly do, because it shows, again, we're going level 3 esoteric, level 2 fake, level 1 take it for what it's worth. Level 1 is you a sensitive motherfucker, and I'm gonna push your goddamn buttons, nigga. And hit me, nigga. I'm gonna sue the fuck out your bitch.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's if I was a comic, that's what I would. Oh my god, I would because I see this working YouTube. A guy named Poor Man's Podcast, man. Shout out to Poor Man's Podcast in the Manosphere. This nigga got like 500K subscribers.
Damn,
He started
500K now?
this nigga at 5. So it's not cap. Like, it's funny because I literally am people know hoop jargon in the Manosphere. So Poor Man's Podcast. He started his shit when we started our channel.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, 400K. Poor Man's Podcast is still at 411K subscribers.
Wow.
This nigga literally started doing Kevin Samuels reaction videos. Is how he got on.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
it was hot. This one we kind of we toe in the water did it. We should have just every day did a Kevin Samuels
Yeah.
reaction because that was a stimulus package. I've seen another guy pocket watching with J Key. I'm sorry, with JT. He has 53K subscribers. Many people have got on reacting to Kevin Samuels videos consistently.
Mhm.
We could have done that, but you know, whatever, man. We live our own lives. But
Yeah.
my point is, this is a moment. If you're a comic, this is your moment. Well, I would do all the Chris Rock, motherfucking Will Smith content that you can stand. Put it out digitally. Like you can't just do stand-ups. You got to put this out digitally because people want this shit right now. Like this is low-hanging fruit.
Yep.
At the highest order. That's why we doing this video. We did a video in like 6 months.
Right.
You feel me? Come on, man. Like if you're a comedian, dog, you better eat this shit up, and you better also, because it has many layers to this shit. You can try to say like, oh yeah, run up on me if you want to. I'm a comedian. You know what I'm saying? You can play this so many ways. Like
Yeah. They should take
be Will Smith if you want to. Oh my god, I would go so far with this.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it ain't no boundaries in comedy. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't.
Funny is funny, dog.
Yeah, ain't no limits. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing off limits when you're talking about comedy. And Will Smith understands that. He's a goddamn comedian who had a sitcom. You know what I'm saying? Like he understands that. So now he put himself in this position to where you either got to take this pain that they gonna give you, or you gonna run up on everybody. And we know you're not running up on everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, absolutely. Chris Rock was the first and last you gonna run up on. You know what I'm saying? And
first and last. Exactly.
Yeah. So you set yourself up for failure. You know what I'm saying? Because the internet ain't got no chill. They are not gonna chill on you. And I hope these comedians don't. I hope that they go. And maybe that was the grand scheme. You know what I'm saying? Like he's rich and famous already. And maybe that was his way to give back. And you know what I'm saying? Just to sacrifice himself so other people can get on. Maybe that's the grand scheme and plan of it all. Like, maybe that's a part of it. I don't know, but I hope they go to town on his ass. Just say that.
Absolutely. I mean, it's just you cannot dictate funny, man. Right. I'm a see. I love to. Patrice O'Neal is like my spirit animal, man. I'm gonna pull this up about Patrice O'Neal. He did this like 10 years ago on Fox News.
Yeah.
About how can you dictate funny?
You pulling it up?
I see Saint and Sinner going live, man. I'm gonna look at this after this. Shout out to the Saint and Sinner, man. He a hilarious dude. Very He's an egomaniac. He's a part of the manosphere, but not part of the manosphere. He is the anti-manosphere. But I think I showed you this video before.
Oh, okay.
Very cocky dude. Very cocky. That motherfucker's hilarious.
Yeah.
But anywho,
what up, Mike?
What was I just saying about what I'm gonna look up?
You looking up Patrice O'Neal.
Patrice O'Neal.
The Can't Dictate Funny.
Fox News. Okay. So I want y'all to see how a nigga who understands funny describes funny.
Pull it up big so I can I'm gonna go get some tissue.
All right, cool.
Sorry, y'all, my dog is going crazy.
Yeah, that dog is wild. This dog over here be pissing me off, so he chilling right now, so that's good.
Yeah.
I say he like I know what the sex is of the dog, but I default to he.
It's kind of they.
I tell you what, you fuckers, I ain't calling nobody no day. I don't give a fuck who don't like it. You can suck it.
We gotta do another video on that shit. Hold on.
A day. It's not a he or she, it's a they. Head ass. I'll never. And I mean never. Call no motherfucking human being no motherfucking day. I'm sorry if you don't like it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm over here trying to play with these goddamn camera angles. All right, which one will work the best?
Come on.
All right, I guess it's the best one. All right, so when Sammy come back, we're gonna run this clip, but it's gonna show you like you cannot dictate funny. You cannot tell people what funny is and what funny means. Now everybody covering this shit too on YouTube, man. It's funny. But thank y'all for rocking with us, man. I really appreciate that.
I'm back.
I got to go to work today. It's raining like a bitch, but you know I'm dedicating damn near 2 hours of my day for y'all because I like y'all like to hear our perspectives. So if you want to follow me, Teamville TV, follow Hoop Jargon on YouTube. Boys out here getting it, man. I'm approaching 2,000 subscribers.
Woo, shit.
Yeah,
2,000.
I'm almost at 2K, man.
Oh, wow.
You know what I'm saying? If you like the stream, and I'll share the money with Sammy. If you want to donate to the Cash App, C Franks 11, and I'll split it with Sammy. If y'all like what we're doing, man, that's up to you. That's up to you.
Boy, real YouTuber now. You got the
I
link.
really am though.
Yeah.
You gotta learn how to YouTube. This shit is a monster. I've got a whole retinue of friends from YouTube, and it's been fissures and shit. Like, it's just been hilarious being a YouTuber, man. I just do what I always do. I do my own path, man. I fuck with those who I fuck with, but other shit, that's y'all shit. It ain't got nothing to do with me.
Yeah.
All right, let us proceed. So this is Patrice O'Neal describing funny.
Next up on the chopping block, XM satellite radio DJs Opie and Anthony. They're under fire now for airing joking comments
Fair use, goddammit.
about raping Secretary of State Condoleezza Rice. Will they be the next to go? Is radio cleaning house after the Imus debacle? With me now, New City President Sonia Osorio. She took part in a recent protest calling for radio stations to stop supporting negative language in music and talk radio. And also our favorite stand-up comic, Patrice O'Neal.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Patrice, are O&A next?
I hope not. I wish JB and Elvis didn't lose their job or Imus. It's funny. This is the thing. I don't know her, but I'm assuming that she has nothing to do with funny. So I'm gonna speak as the expert on funny. Funny people should just be left to trying to be funny.
What if they're not funny?
Then you made a mistake. But how many times has how many unfunny rape jokes lead to rape? Like,
I don't know how many jokes about rape there are.
there's a lot, but your world is not funny.
And this is like an extreme topic talking about, rape. But he's just kind of going extreme to show like you have the clemency to try to attempt to be funny in the space of funny, right?
Mm-hmm.
Funny. Your world is next on the big story. My world is people trying to be funny.
Well, I mean, you think it's okay to try to make jokes about rape?
I'm diabetic. I make fun of that. I'm a victim. I might.
And for y'all who don't know, this nigga died of diabetes. He literally died of diabetes. So he always made jokes about that. He let people make jokes about him for having diabetes. And that's literally how he died, from a stroke from diabetes.
Lose a toe. But I'm trying to make fun of. I'm trying to make fun of anything I think I can make fun of.
Sonia?
What's happening now is the marketplace is deciding what's appropriate or what's not appropriate. I think the nation is just tired. There's a new mood in the nation.
What nation?
The nation. You know what? We're tired of things that are
Is
just
this the nation that's paper and you? I'm not the nation. I'm just speaking for me and funny. You're speaking for the nation, or you're speaking for?
Yeah, you know why? Because I remember 6 years ago.
What you say?
She said, yeah. You know why?
She can't even explain what she's talking about.
Go ahead.
Yeah. If you want me to stop it, let me know.
Something against Anthony Opie because they were just so outrageous, and their violent images that they put out to women was just uncalled for. And now I think people.
You think they were trying to be funny?
I think now people in this country.
Do you think they were trying to be funny?
Can't even answer the question.
I don't care if they're trying to be funny.
That's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
Why are you in that business?
I've been to your show once, and it wasn't very funny being a woman.
It was
in your
hilarious.
Show, when you talked about.
That's why she doesn't like me. I was in the paper.
Someone say this. She being so disingenuous, dog. People who so for y'all to know, Patrice O'Neal is like he's damn near deified now. He's been dead for about 10 years now. About 10 years. This nigga is like a legend of people who like comedy. So she's talking about, I've been in your show, it wasn't that funny. Everybody loves Patrice, man. Even if they hate him, because he was an unlikable guy in a lot of respects. But if you respect the comedy, everybody does it. So much so, if there's a lot of brothers who subscribe to what's called a red pill ideology. Patrice O'Neal is like the precursor to this. And this is, again, I think he died in 2012.
Yeah,
he's been saying this shit way back when it was unpopular for like men speaking like men. So she's what you call it as virtual signaling. Like she's basically trying to undermine what he does by saying he's not funny. When all comedians know this nigga is funny as fuck. Go ahead.
Nah, go ahead. Keep it playing.
With her, and the joke is hilarious, called The Angry Pirate, and the lady who wrote it in her outrage didn't even know what it meant, and anybody who read it laughed because they know what funny. You're not living in the context of funny, you're living in the context of fire.
Have every right to be as funny as they want. They can go out and try to be as funny as they want, make as much money being as funny as they want. This is what's happening. There is a change in this country. People are realizing they have an opportunity to speak out. And advertisers are listening. Radio stations are listening.
You're not talking to who I talk to.
And you're not going to get paid as much money anymore.
Sonia and Patrice,
That's
look
what
at
it
this.
is. The marketplace.
More
is
CBS
speaking.
radio firings. They've been on a tear lately.
All right.
Are they cleaning house, or is this the PC cops run amok?
You know what it is, John. You know what it is while you're reading that paper. It's the PC cops run amok.
Do you think she's a PC cop?
Of course she is. She has an entire encyclopedia of her stance on it, but it's no passion involved. It's not a real. This just what.
So what he basically saying is she's not invested in her conviction. She's just saying it because that's her talking points are.
Mm-hmm.
She's not convicted in what she's saying, and she doesn't even sound convicted in what she's saying. She's talking in general because he asked her a question. She didn't even address it. She just went into her talking points, which means he picks up on shit like I do.
Mm-hmm.
You're not even about what you're saying. You just here to deliver a message. And I'm gonna shred that shit up. Is what he's basically saying.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
But she has to say, we are outraged and fired and fired and fired. Name calling. I'm outraged.
So she goes to ad hominems, calling him a fool. Now imagine if he went in on her, saying you pasty face little bitch. Imagine how that would have come off. This big old black dude, again, 6'4", 300 pounds. So she's resorting to these juvenile tactics to try to undermine his point because she knows his point is succinct. His point makes sense. She just can't refute it with her talking point, so she goes to ad hominem. Peep game.
Mm-hmm.
I am outraged.
You should be.
I am a fool. Now, if I called you a fool,
there you go. And I forgot he said that. But if he called her a fool, because I'm a woman, you gotta do this. This is funny, man.
Yep.
You know what? People are feeling a new sense of entitlement.
Who are these
to
people
decency in this country?
Who are the people?
Notice who she's talking towards. She's not talking towards Patrice. She's obviously in the back and forth with Patrice.
Mm-hmm.
You know she got nothing for him. So she's talking to the host because that's the buffer.
Patrice, so here's my question. How can you justify a bad joke, a joke that isn't funny? Wait a minute.
Go ahead.
An attempt that isn't funny, doesn't get any laughs, and is about raping the first black woman to ever become the Secretary of State of the United States.
Throw that at me.
Well, why not?
The attempt is what I'm trying to fight for. The joke may.
So he slices through that perfectly. He said it's the attempt of the joke. It's not all that background you setting. It's the attempt to try to be funny. This is how it ties to with the Chris Rock thing. It's the attempt to be funny. It's not all the optics that you want to throw in.
Mm-hmm.
It's just I'm basically making a joke at face value, not with all the qualifiers.
Mm-hmm. Barrett said that earlier. He was saying he don't fuck with it because it infringes on your freedom of speech. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, well, you're right. He should be able to say whatever the fuck he wants to, but without being slapped. You know what I'm saying, in public and shit. But whatever.
This is what people be founded on, allegedly.
Yeah.
Free speech, allegedly. Yeah.
Right. Go ahead.
Or make funny jokes and unfunny jokes are come out of the same birth. That you don't know if anything is going to be funny. You should attempt to be able to make anything funny.
Don't you think a joke about rape is doomed to be not funny?
It's possible, but I've heard them.
You've heard a funny rape?
And to give y'all some backstory, this is the same dude who like Kevin Hart holds at the highest esteem. Kevin Hart, when he started out, Patrice O'Neal used to like grill the shit out of him, saying how unfunny he was.
Yeah.
So y'all look at old shit, type in Patrice O'Neal, Kevin Hart. Like Kevin Hart is who he is a lot because of this dude right here.
Joke?
I say a couple. Watch my HBO special. I'm pretty good at it.
Yeah, Patrice says that if you're having sex with a woman, doggy style, and if you
Wrong.
hit her in the head just the right
No,
time.
it's ejaculate in her eye and kick her in the shin, and she walks around like, "Arg!" It's the angry pirate. That's what she was trying to
said
say.
A violent act of hitting her in the back of her head, her body.
It's called the donkey punch,
which will then.
People in the studio laughing. Because that's what funny is. Funny is attempting some shit outside the parameters of conventional thinking. Dog, that's what funny is.
A doggy punch.
Donkey punch.
Oh, a donkey punch. Okay.
So you're gonna see him react to somebody in the studio who's not even a part of the show laugh.
Why are you laughing? She's outraged. It's called the donkey punch. It's whole humor that she has no clue what it is.
We have the same problem that Opie and Anthony does. You can't say just anything on the air.
You can say anything you want. It might not be.
As he has him on the show saying what he wants to say. Okay, sir. All right.
It's funny, you might get in trouble for it, but you should be able to be attempting. And plus, when is a crazy bum going to get an opportunity to rate the president? If the president's wife, John, it was trying to be funny.
That's practical thinking. Like, who was going to get a chance to fuck Condoleezza Rice? Come on. Come on.
With her security.
Come on. You'll never touch her in your life.
Can't even touch the mayor.
Oh, man, nigga. Shout out to MC Hammer. Can't touch this, man.
All right, Patrice, why aren't I hearing Al Sharpton complain about this thing involving Congress?
Because it wasn't involving young black women.
Well, it's involving a very prominent black woman.
Well, where was she during young black? Everybody has their agenda.
I was there.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
All right.
Why am I not hearing from Sharpton?
Because it doesn't concern him. It's not concerning him. It's black. Come on now. Al Sharpton has his agenda, and it was perfect for Al. Young black women. And now she's representing just women in general. She's not representing the nappy hoe part. She's representing just the hoe. The nappy headed part, she has nothing to do with. Just the hoe.
Sonia?
You know what? Women have been abused publicly in the media for too long, and people are tired of it. This has been a beautiful response of just the general public saying to advertisers, we're your consumers. We don't want to have to avoid everything in the street. We don't want to have to worry about what radio station we turn on. And there is some really derogatory, violent thing to deal with.
Information, ma'am, is secondhand from someone making you aware that someone said something that you should be upset about. It's a shame. Your constituency, the people you represent aren't all victims in this matter.
Patrice O'Neal, thank you very much. Sonia Osorio, thanks to both of you. Appreciate it.
So it just shows you again about how that looks like from a person who observes funny and a person who is funny.
Mm-hmm.
How you view that world. And Will Smith is a person who knows funny. He is. I'm sorry. So that joke was not, not incendiary enough for a quote unquote real action to go slap him in the face because you know their world of funny. So that was my whole premise of building that video up, because anybody in the comic realm knows that that's how shit goes. Again, surface level, if he did that and it was genuine and it was true, you're in a simp. It left comedy and it went to you and your simpness because you know niggas on your ass about with that Augustine cat, right? That's the crux of what's going on. Again, first level, that's what's going on. It's not the fact that you tell some joke, oh, that was funny. You talk about a nigga wife and blah, blah, blah. He deals in the world of funny. In the world of funny, that's how you view funny.
No, absolutely. I think that was a great segue into that video, and it proved the point because she is upset about something that was said in the realm of funny. You know, like somebody was telling jokes and somebody didn't think it was funny. That happens when jokes are told. Like most of the time, everybody's not gonna think every joke is funny. You know what I'm saying? Some people may take offense to it, but that's why it's a good or bad joke. You know what I'm saying? That's what makes them. You can't tell a okay joke and get hilarious. You know what I'm saying? Like or expect people to just fall out laughing and shit. So I think that I would say I'm not. I like to think that I'm sensitive to a lot of things to where I can kind of gauge what people are feeling and if it's right or not. You know what I'm saying? If I'm not balanced with it or whatever. But I feel like people are. I don't know if it's because they like Will Smith or they like Jada or what, but I feel like people are being very sensitive to this subject in particular, to where I guess to a point to where they are throwing logic out the window. You know what I'm saying? Like, even like you said, even if it's for face value and a surface level, if it did really happen, it's still not right. You know what I'm saying? And if it was staged, like, what's the agenda? You know what I'm saying? Like, is it just to bring the Oscars back once a year? You know what I'm saying? Like, I did not know the Oscars was happening last night. You know what I'm saying? Like,
facts.
Yeah, I heard this news.
And I live in LA. And
Right.
Facts.
Yeah, so
Big facts.
I'm not, it's like, I'm not going to be like, oh shit, Oscars coming on. We got to make sure we tune in and see what happens next time.
Exactly.
Like, that can't be what the overall agenda was. You know what I'm saying? So it just leaves a lot of questions and even more answers that are needed. So I don't know what's going on, but I know this shit don't feel right. And it's weird how people are reacting and how people accept some certain things. And I don't know. I was perplexed by it. This is why I wanted to make this video. So I'm glad we did.
Big facts, man. And shout out to new subscribers, man. We got a few new subscribers off this streaming. And like, man, we're going to try to do these more frequently, but you know, we live busy lives independently. But I appreciate y'all rocking what we're doing, man, because we just want to be honest with our content. Just be honest.
Yeah.
However we view it, right, wrong, or indifferent, is just honestly how we feel. And I want y'all to take that from what we do. Because I know me. I mean, I can't speak for you, but I mean, I think I can speak for you a little bit. But
yeah,
I speak my mind. I don't give a fuck. I've been called a coon for my views on the status of like Black America. And I don't give a fuck because in my opinion, we like to be coddled. We don't like to be called out on our bullshit. And I'm pro-Black as shit. I only deal with Black individuals mostly with my interactions, with my transactions, if I can. So I mean, you can call me a coon because you don't like what I say, but that's just you because you don't like it because it has a critique standpoint from it, and I'm not absent from the critique. I'm in the same mix. You understand what I'm saying? But I think overall, overarchingly, these conversations are important because we really got to start learning how shit really shakes out. Again, I've had the pleasure to live in Los Angeles for about a year, 2 years, almost 2 years and a half.
Mm-hmm.
It's a monster out here, man. So if y'all believe this shit y'all see, I'm gonna let you know, dog. This is a fake ass world out here, man. It's a fake ass. Now I live in the outskirts. I live in Pico Rivera, but I'm always, well, not so much recently, but I've been out in these social circles, man. I see how this shit roll.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a fake ass world, man. So y'all can't get so consumed in this because they sell it to you as real, but in reality, the shit ain't real. The shit ain't real, man.
Yeah. What a dipper say? He say, have y'all noticed?
Yeah, go ahead.
Every time Will is being celebrated, there's an immediate negative story or event concerning Jada. Man, if it couldn't have been any closer than last night. That happens, and then he gets his first Oscar. Like, that's what you want to be remembered by
because he's a cuck.
You keep saying that. What does that mean?
Cuck is a person that would allow somebody else to plow their woman out and just live with it. So a cuckold is what the word comes from, and it's like a bird. So that will let somebody else come in and enjoy your woman.
We call them suckers, but yeah.
Simp,
yeah.
Cuckold is what that.
Cuck.
So a cuck is a short verse of a cuckold.
Yeah,
and that's where they get that word from. So
Will Smith learned something today.
Yeah, he's a cuck, man. It is what it is.
That's tough.
And I like Will Smith. I don't have nothing against him. Like, live your life, be who you are. He's a cuck, man. It is what it is.
Yeah,
yeah.
I agree. I think I like Will and what he's done, over all these years. I've enjoyed his movies, minus Wild Wild West. I mean,
that's pretty bad.
Yeah, but he's a talented guy, very knowledgeable, and if this was staged, okay. If it wasn't, you made a mistake, and we move on. I'm interested to see where it goes. You know what I'm saying? Because internet he's gonna be another meme. Now maybe now that just popped in my head. This picture right here. Maybe that's what he wants to be the meme now. You know what I'm saying? So because people feel something like, oh yeah, he did slap the shit out that me. No context around it, none of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? They just gonna remember.
The optics are good. Yeah.
Yeah.
For him.
Yeah. So I mean, if that's the case, then job well done. But it's just weird, and I like you said, Holly weird is is what it is. So that shit was,
you can't do nothing about it. I saw that this girl I used to deal with a few years ago talk about it's the same hook, line, and sinker shit.
Mm-hmm.
This is a black man defending black women. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Slapping a nigga on stage in the most prestigious quote unquote entity in Hollywood is protecting your woman. Okay. When you easily could go backstage and like, yo, my nigga, don't be fucking talking about my woman like that. And it goes off record. You don't know. That's what protecting a woman looks like.
Right.
Going on stage, slapping them, quote unquote, is not what protecting your woman looks like. And y'all like these optics, bullshit ass optics. Whereas when niggas understand what circumstances can actually equate to, like I'm talking about with my woman walking Hollywood, like I knew. So my thing was to wait. Let me assess. Let me see what he says back to my girl. He said, everybody, all right, we move forward.
Mm-hmm.
That's what protection is. It's assessing, understanding that you're not no motherfucking simp out here just gonna risk your life for some stupid ass shit, but what you perceive as disrespect. You check it, you properly assess it, and then you move accordingly.
Mm-hmm.
That's what protection looks like. Protection is not you just running like some wild motherfucking bull amongst anything you perceive as disrespectful and getting your stupid ass, capped up for that shit. Getting your stupid ass touched up for that shit. That's not what protection is. That's some wild, reckless, dumb, non-thinking nigga shit. So y'all women who trying to use this for y'all agenda about protection, first off, again, it's not a real slap. If it was a real slap, that is stupid as hell. Because you could easily, y'all run the same circles. Nigga, who gonna tell Will Smith he can't go where Chris Rock is?
Mm-hmm.
You can tell her, hey, my nigga, don't fucking speak about my woman, man.
Right. Anytime, any day. Yeah.
You gonna slap the weakest, scrawniest nigga in comedy, quote unquote. You know what I'm saying? And now you this tough guy. Like, get the fuck, man.
Yeah, bro. That's my thing. And you saying that made like it really popped in my head that shit is toxic as fuck if your woman expects that out of you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you expect me to go slap everybody that says something about you. You really don't care about me. You know what I'm saying? It's no way you could care about me if that's what you expect out of me.
I got a life too.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Life only goes through your perspective, not
right.
mine.
Yeah, man. That shit that's toxic as fuck. And I don't see how people are okay with that. Like you want me to put my life in danger every time somebody else is ignorant. They already ignorant. You know what I'm saying? Like, what do they have to lose? You know what I'm saying? Like, what do they have to lose? They already ignorant. Now you want me to meet them on that level and hope I come out unscathed. You know what I'm saying? Hey, appreciate you too, bro. We about done anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's weird as fuck to me, man. And I hate that's the way we perceive things. That's the way we see protection. And we talked about this back when we was making videos, like what protecting black women look like, and they always saying we need to protect them. But if this is what you expect, then we have two totally different ideas of what protection is. Because my idea of protection is to protect you from being in situations like that. You know what I'm saying? Even being in a position like that, not to come and run to your defense every time somebody even says something about you. Like, it's no way I'm gonna win that way. I'm gonna meet the right person and they're gonna fuck me up, and I might not ever be here again to protect you ever. And then you're gonna find somebody else to do the same thing and ruin their life too. And you know what I'm saying? And nobody protects me. Come on, man. Come on.
Because you put yourself in bad positions, and you cannot blame men for not protecting you, for not putting yourself in good positions. And I'm telling you, man, with protection comes provision. If I cannot give you provision, you do not get protection. Now, you know, it's funny, even at with me saying that, the simp in me, if I see a woman getting an ass whoop, I'm gonna run over there and help her.
Right.
And when in reality, I don't know what led up to that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because we're hardwired to be that way. So even with me saying what I'm saying, if rubber met the road, I would probably go help a girl getting physically beat up.
We go stop it.
We go stop it, right?
Yeah,
Man,
definitely.
You don't know this woman to put hands on this dude. Then so one thing that doesn't get reported is emotional abuse. I don't know what she said to this dude. You little dick motherfucker, you can't fuck your stroke, and that's why I fucked your friend and blah blah. And this nigga just wailed on her. I don't know she said that. I've had a bitch say some shit to me like that.
Right.
But I knew she was reaching because she was hurt. And I'm just, I'm level-minded. I'm like, okay, yeah, all right. Well, the fact you coming over here every other night says otherwise. So, I mean, you can say what you want to say.
Right.
On the fallout, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
That's cool. But think about a nigga who ain't mostly as sound. You mess around, you threaten his manhood. And that's ground for somebody to swing on you. That's emotional abuse. But no, can I go to the cops and say, well, she said it, my dick little and my stroke game weak. Can you report that?
Fuck no.
You don't get laughed at the motherfucking precinct, right? So we know emotional. So you liberal motherfuckers, emotional abuse is a form of abuse. We know that. But it's only one way. It's only when a man says, oh, well, you just your pussy trash and it stink and you just weak. You can't say that about no woman.
Yeah.
But other way around. But you can say it to people and people will be like, oh, that's some fucked up shit. Why that dude say that to you like that? Other way around, when nigga learn how to fuck.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not equal.
No equality in this shit. It's not, bro.
That's why I don't believe in equality. It doesn't exist. Sorry.
I think what you said it brought me to the point of, like, if we did stop it, even when stopping something like that, it's not like we're gonna go up and go swing on a dude. Like, we gonna go with logical shit. Like, hey, bro, it ain't worth it. Chill out. You know what I'm saying? Like, we talking logic to him. Like, hey, man, you don't need to throw your life away over this bullshit. Like, we don't know what's happening. Chill out, bro. Just chill out.
Exactly.
Holding him, pushing him back, and he listening to you because he understands logic. If he's any kind of a logical person, he didn't got emotional, but logic would usually bring him back. You know what I'm saying? And bring him down. It's like, all right, bro, man, fuck that bitch. I'm gone. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we'll be telling him. Like, bro, fuck that hoe. Like, come on, bro. Like, chill. We gonna tell him that shit instead of like, hey, I'm Superman, nigga. Stop hitting this woman. We ain't gonna do that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because nigga gonna be like, first
I don't know this bitch.
Yeah. Who the fuck are you? Who are you? And then they gonna hit us in the head with some shit. You know what I'm saying? And continue whooping her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And she gonna go back to the nigga. Fuck around and kill you or harm you really badly and go back to this nigga. Yeah, I'm a step in the middle of that. Yeah.
Bro, it's so twisted.
Protect all women. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so twisted, bro. It's dangerous. It's real dangerous. So I think as men, we got to stay ahead of that shit. You know what I'm saying? We definitely got to stay ahead of it. And when situations like this arise, I would think it's common sense that you know what I'm saying? This is not what you do, but it's not. Common sense ain't common. Like, these motherfuckers is really like, he should have did that shit. That's the way you protect your woman. I'm like,
good luck with that.
I cringe at that shit. It's like, damn.
I ain't no crash dummy. Sammy ain't no crash dummy. And you want to be a crash dummy, be a crash dummy. Please.
Yeah.
Please. Because I would love to step over your body and continue living my life the way I want to live it. Because the world needs crash dummies.
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah.
So when you listen to crash dummy logic, live a crash dummy life, and good luck with that. Good luck with it.
Yeah.
And take it where it take you.
Yeah.
That's all I know, man.
That's all I got for it, man. We didn't went 2 hours strong.
We went 2 hours, man. We're gonna start opening the panel, man. I think it'd be good to get other brothers come up here, or sisters.
Yeah.
Speak their piece.
Mm-hmm.
That's how the YouTube has gone since the last time we've been going. But
okay.
appreciate the captive audience, man, for 2 hours. Y'all, I don't know what the Facebook looking like.
Yeah, my phone died, but it saved it. So
Okay.
We had people that was on and watching the whole time. So
I saw that they were pretty active. So man, if y'all like this, man, subscribe, like. I see we gained a few new subscribers, and so we're gonna try to do this more frequently. And yeah, man, that's it, man. So you got anything else, bro?
Nah, man, we appreciate y'all, and see you soon on the next topic.
Already, man. So well, till next time, we out. Peace.